There's more opportunities for buyers in the Portland metropolitan area now than there's been in years. I'm gonna cover all the reasons why in this video. All that starts now. Hey everyone, Seth Marchant with the Home Team Brokers here. Welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new to this channel, living in Oregon, we show you what it's like to live in Oregon. We show you the lifestyle. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure and hit the subscribe button, tap the bell. That way you'll get notified each time we drop a new video. And if you're somebody that's thinking about moving to the area, or if you have questions about moving to the area as realtors, as much as we like making these videos, we'd love to help you move here. So you can call, text, or email. If you're coming from out of state, which I know a lot of you watching are, you can always click the link below in the description if you want to schedule a Zoom with us, which is a great way to start. All right, so why are there more opportunities right now for buyers than there have been in such a long time? Well, the first thing is inventory. Right now in the Portland metropolitan market, we are nearing the top, the peak of inventory. There's about as much inventory right now as there's been in the last couple of years, which has really kind of been the crux of this tough market for buyers, right? Just a lack of inventory, there just not being enough homes out there, which creates all this competition. And so you have a lot of sellers that have kind of been trying to time the market, maybe been waiting for what they think is the top of the market, and then those interest rates that went up so quickly kind of caught some people off guard, really knocked a lot of buyers out of the buyer's pool, slowed down the market a lot. It's still a seller's market, but definitely kind of starting to feel some sellers maybe panic just because the market has shifted so quickly, which is creating some openings for buyers. Rates have sort of stabilized. It seems like they've actually gone down a little bit. We'll see what happens going forward. But we are kind of getting closer to a more balanced market. So with there being fewer buyers because rates have gone up and as much inventory as we've had in a while, that really creates conditions that are about as favorable for buyers as we've had in years, since maybe 2019 or even before that. The average days on market last month was 20 days. The month before that was 18. It'll probably be higher than 20 days this month. So the trend for average days on market is going up. In a more balanced market, it would be much higher than that, quite frankly, closer to, could be 45 or even 60 days. So days on market's still pretty low, but once you kind of start getting to that 2-week, that 3-week period, that's where you really start to see price reductions. And I know a lot of you people that have been shopping online, Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, especially the first-time buyers, maybe that haven't bought a home before the last couple of years. You're maybe not used to seeing those price reductions. Maybe you're getting notifications on Zillow for homes that you've liked about a price reduction, and you haven't seen that in the past year or two. So that's something new. So with higher days on the market, there's a greater chance that you're not competing with other offers, and you might also be able to ask for seller concessions, which up until the last few months was pretty much unheard of. Now, Paul, the other guy on this channel, yesterday just negotiated a price below list for a property as well as some money back at closing. And that's what we mean when we say seller concessions. You can actually get money back at the closing table, whether you're going to use that for your closing costs, maybe some repairs on the home if it needs it, maybe some updates on the home if it needs it. Maybe you use it to buy down your interest rate if you're somebody that's really worried or really focused in on the interest rate and that monthly payment. If you're really sensitive to that monthly payment going up with the rates that have gone up in the last few months, you might be able to buy down your rate a little bit with some money back at closing. And as realtors, we're starting to see on the MLS properties that are offering money back at closing even before there's been an offer on the property. So just up front, they're offering, I saw just this morning a property I was looking at, $15,000 offered back at the closing table. And so that's something that we're gonna start to see a little bit more and more. Keep in mind too that a lot of sellers at this point are going to have a lot of equity in their home. So they have a lot of wiggle room. They have a lot of room to negotiate because they're typically gonna owe a lot less on the home than what it's worth or than what it's listed for. Now, on a side note for price reductions, because again, I know a lot of people aren't used to seeing all these price reductions. I've seen a lot of people online that maybe aren't super familiar with the real estate market talking about these price reductions. And I do see some people starting to equate price reductions with home values going down. Now, these two are not the same thing. Just because the home that you're looking at online takes a price cut doesn't mean it represents the entire market. And just because a home takes a price cut doesn't mean it's actually gone down in value. With this red hot sellers market that we've had the last few years, there's a lot of sellers out there that want to take advantage of the market and have listed their home above what it's probably actually worth. And of course, as you might have guessed, in a lot of cases in the last few years, they've gotten the price that they're asking, despite it being more than the home was worth until it was purchased at that price. But that's not the case so much anymore. And there's going to be some sellers out there that just haven't quite adjusted to this new market. And those are the ones that you're seeing taking those price cuts. But that doesn't mean the entire market is going down year over year as a whole. In fact, it's pretty normal. Typically about a third of homes in a balanced normal market will take a price cut before they sell, which is kind of to where we're getting now. Now, there might be a few pockets throughout the Portland metropolitan area that don't see, or a few neighborhoods that don't see year over year growth. Those are going to be pretty few and far between. Portland saw 20% growth, really 40% growth over the last 2 years, 20% per year. And they'll probably see something like, and it's really going to vary depending on the neighborhood, but anywhere from 5 to 15% over the next year or so. That's just my guess. Things are definitely going to get back to a normal year over year home value growth. Now, if you're thinking about going the new construction route, build permits have gone down a little bit recently. They went down 0.6% last month. So you've got some builders out there that are missing out on some buyers that are probably, like I said, priced out of the market due to higher interest rates now. And some of the supply chain issues are getting resolved. So build times are looking like starting to speed back up. So you have a lot of builders that are going to be motivated out there that have their own concessions and have their own incentives. So if you're looking to go that new construction route, there's going to be a lot of incentive for builders to make sure that they have fast closes with their properties. So in a lot of ways, right now, the market, sort of comparatively to the last couple of years, almost feels more like a buyer's market. It's been such a seller's market, and buyers have had little to no negotiating ability over the last few years. To be able to have some negotiating ability, to be able to make offers and have those offers accepted below list price and get some money back at closing and things like that, definitely kind of makes it feel a little bit more like a buyer's market, even though it still is a seller's market. Again, going back to what I initially said, it's probably right now about as good a time for a buyer as it's been in years. So if you're one of those people that's thinking about buying really anywhere in Oregon, Paul and I and other people that work with our team, the Home Team Brokers, we would love to help you. You can call us, text us, or email us. Always, you can click the link below in the description as well if you want to schedule a Zoom with us. If this video helped you, make sure and give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, make sure and subscribe. You can always comment below as well. We check the comments, we'll reply to you there. So I hope that helps you have a better sense as to where the market currently is and where we're heading. All right, take care, everyone.